Columbia Records, who the Chuck Wagon Gang had a 39-year affiliation with, has documented that they sold 40 million records through the years. That's quite impressive.
When the Chuck Wagon Gang was in the middle of the 30s and 40s and 50s, they were the second leading artist as far as record sales for Columbia, second to Xavier Cugat, who was a Spanish band leader, and they were followed in sales by the newly rising country star Johnny Cash.
Chuck Wagon Gang's music went out and touched a lot of lives. And one of the lives that it touched was my grandpa Johnson, Ellery Lee Johnson. He was a Mississippi cotton farmer. But he came in from the field one day. And after he got through eating lunch, he sat down in his favorite chair and turned on the radio station. And I could hear the brass nail heads in his Brogan shoes kind of tap lightly. My grandpa closed his eyes, and it was that look of perfect peace and contentment on his face. And when it was over, he stood up and he said, "That's mighty good." I went back to work. And that was the first time that I ever heard Chuck Wagon Gang music. And it was the first time that I ever saw gospel music in person and the effect that it had on a human being. And it's been a part of my life ever since.
When I was very young, 4 or 5, under 5 years old, most of the old folks, they were two kind of people. The kind that went to the Bob Wills dances, they were, they were taboo. And then there was people that listened to church music, I called it. Well, one of the church groups that I thought was really good was the Chuck Wagon Gang.
Back when I was a kid, there was always, every hour on the country shows on radio, they always play a gospel song. And a lot of the times it would be the Chuck Wagon Gang. It would be one of their tunes. Probably the oldest traditional gospel group that I remember.
We listened to the radio all we could, and had battery radio, and then we listened to records a lot. And Mama was just a huge fan of the old Chuck Wagon Gang.
I got to see them in my home high school when I was a teenager, and it set all of the wheels in motion for me. I wanted to sing in a 4-part harmony group like that.
This is a letter that came from the White House. It kind of shows, the far-reaching effects of Chuck Wagon Gang music. I send greetings to those celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Chuck Wagon Gang. Our nation has always benefited from a strong tradition of faith, and gospel music has always been an important part of this religious heritage. Today, we continue to be inspired by spiritual music and its message of courage, comfort, and hope. This anniversary is an opportunity to recognize the Chuck Wagon Gang, whose work reflects the faith and strong values that make America a better place. I applaud the Chuck Wagon Gang for your dedication and achievements. By sharing your God-given talents and helping others experience faith through music, you lift hearts and bring others closer to God. Laura and I send our best wishes on this special occasion. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless America. And that was signed by George W. Bush, a fan, a Texas boy of the Chuck Wagon.
During the legacy of the Chuck Wagon Gang, there have been a lot of bumps along the road. I mean, it even started in adversity when my grandmother got sick. And there's been a lot of challenges along the way. In 1967, when my grandfather Howard passed away, I think it almost came to an end. And losing him was just a real blow to my grandmother. I don't know that she really ever got over it. They were really in love. But my grandmother, I guess it would have been God just kind of prodding her, you can't let this stop.
Never mind the struggles in this world below. Make your preparation, get ready to go to God's land eternal, way beyond the blue. Looking forward to that meeting. Neighbor, how about you? Glad time, what a wonderful day when the trumpet shall sound, clouds will roll away. Live with Jesus, our Savior, in the sweet by and by. At the meeting in heaven, in a city in the sky. Oh, so many loved ones who have gone on before. before. Looking forward to reunion on that beautiful shore. All the hallelujah welcomes I know that day will bring.
Just to think about it now
Makes me want to shout and sing. Glad time, what a wonderful day when the trumpet shall sound, clouds will roll away. Live with Jesus, our Savior, in the sweet by and by.
at the meeting in heaven.
In that city in the sky. Glad time, what a wonderful day when the trumpet shall sound, clouds will roll away. Live with Jesus, our Savior, in the sweet by and by.
At the meeting in heaven.
In that city in the sky.
We hope you've enjoyed this video from New Haven Collections. For more videos like this, you can check out their website by clicking the box above. Also, be sure to check out the fun, frivolity, and music on Wilson Fairchild's YouTube channel. They're also a part of our YouTube community. Plus, you can see some of your favorite shows in their entirety at www.countryroadtv.com. Thanks for watching.